What is up, YouTube family? We are back at it one more again with another Tom Macdonald rabbit hole reaction video. But before we get into this thing, I just wanted to holler at y'all and let y'all know that, you know, if you watch my last reaction video for satanic rappers, you will know that I was coming down with something and I was telling y'all that I probably was going to be out for a minute. But what I didn't know was that I had the C word. You can't even say it nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You can't say the C word, the P word. You can't say you got to say jab and all these different things. So, yeah, but I had that. Come to find out, my whole family had it. We thought we were just sick with the flu, and we were just kind of going on about our business and just dealing with it. And you know, my thing lasted for about 24 hours, where it was a little extreme, nothing crazy, but you know, it just felt like a strong flu or whatever, 24-hour flu. And then I was back doing my thing, you know. But a couple of days later, we found out that we all had it, and we just shut everything down and quarantined and just, you know, made sure the kids were good and wifey was good, and gave us some time to just rest and catch up on a lot of things around the house and with the vehicles and stuff. So, you know, nothing really stopped for me. Like I said, I was only down for about a day, and I was right back to work the next day. You know, I got contracts and stuff that are like outside, so it didn't really stop my flow at all. But I was able to catch up on some rest and spend some time with the family in the meanwhile. So, you know, we just catching up on some loose ends. But I just wanted to thank y'all for all the love and support that y'all gave, you know, the people that watched my last video, you know, and saw and heard that I was coming down with something. Y'all all came, and a lot of y'all showed me love, sent me messages, and just told me to get well soon. And I just thought that was very sweet of you. I love my YouTube family, man. It's so amazing when you can come in contact or come together with people you don't even know over a common thing, something that's beautiful and is music, you know what I'm saying? And it brings people together, and people can show common courtesy and decency and love to people they don't even know. So I just wanted to let y'all know that it meant a lot to me. I was able to show it to my family, and they were shocked, and it was just very encouraging, and gave what's the quote, and it's still my hope in humanity. You know what I'm saying? It definitely gave me hope for humanity. It was a beautiful thing, man. So shout out to y'all. I really appreciate it, and thank y'all for supporting and coming back for another video once again. We about to get into this new, well, this is not a new, this is actually a throwback. I actually don't even know what year this came out. I'm guessing 4 or 5 years ago. But I was sitting at the table with my wife. This was about a week or so ago. Yeah, it was while we were sick and everything. And I actually accidentally hit the button on it, and it was like a clip of it. And I was listening to it, and it was on the speaker, and my wife was listening to it, and my wife was vibing to it. She was like, yo, like, I haven't taken my wife down the Tom Macdonald rabbit hole, the 7 or so songs that I've been listening to. I haven't sat her down and really walked her through it. I've told her about it and explained certain things to it. You know, I told her how dope he was, and that was really, no, I take that back. She did watch some of the satanic rappers reaction video that I did, but when she listened to a clip of this song right here, I believe it was that first verse going into the chorus, she was like, yo, this joint is dope. Like, dude got some skills. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I told you, Tom is on that shit. He is on it, yo. So she got a taste of Tom and was really rocking with it. And I was really rocking with the song too. So I was like, yo, this one right here is going to be my next reaction video. I was supposed to have been going all the way back, and I knew he's got some new stuff coming. He actually just dropped one Friday with Nova. I want to do a reaction to that too. But this one was just one that popped up, and I was like, yo, it's meant to be. And this title, Canceled, you know. I'm not going to get into it yet. I want to hear what he says first. I heard a little bit of what he was talking about, but I got the lyrics right here. So I want to really dive into the lyrics of this song. But I think I know where he's going with it, but I'm interested to see the specifics and how it relates to what I'm going through with my cancel situation. So let's get into this, man. Let's see what he's talking about.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel
shit.
me. My life is scandal free.
Hold up, stop it right there. What did he say? Yo, he said, I can't be canceled. There's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent. There's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors. Let me help you with some. I'm a racist. I'm a sexist. I'm in love with Donald Trump. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting him to go here. But once again, I can totally relate to these first lines right here. He says, I can't be canceled. I'm fully independent. You know, first of all, I just celebrated my 9-year anniversary of being totally independent from my old 9 to 5. So let's I wish I had the applause button on me right now, but let's take a sip of the bubbly. Well, this is the brewski, you know, and celebrate my 9-year independence from my old job, Marriott. I should be drinking some good cognac or some JD or something to celebrate that. Maybe I'll get into that next time. But yeah, that's to be independent from them for 9 years. And actually, before I worked at Marriott, I was a barber. I was a master barber for 7 years. So technically, I've been independent for 16 of the last 21 years. So when Tom talks that, I love when Tom talks that independent shit, because that's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? Now, I grew up in when I graduated high school in 94. I'm dating myself big time. But when I got out of high school, I was very independent minded. I knew that I wanted to be independent, but back then that was unheard of. You know, you were supposed to either go to college or work at the local factory in North Carolina, right? And I just wasn't feeling it. So I went through on a whole journey of some crazy ass years and some lost boy shit, trying to find a way to become independent. Now, if I would have had the education that I have now, it would have been very easy. And this is part of the reason why I do what I do and talk about it on my other YouTube videos. My other YouTube channels, is I try to teach people how they can go independent too, very easily, so that they won't waste all the years that I wasted, right? So I love when Tom talks that independent shit, because it ain't nothing like it. It's not for the weak, it's not for the weary, but it's worth every stress and worth every sacrifice, right? Trust me. And Tom is telling you right here, can't be canceled. You can't stop me. Nobody can drop me. You know, that's big for me. Like, I don't have to worry about, like, I'm very outspoken when it comes to things, just like Tom Macdonald on my social media and stuff. And I don't have to worry. I don't have to look over my shoulder and wonder if my boss is going to see what I posted and reprimand me. It just feels good to be able to speak my mind freely and talk my shit and know that I can still go and make my money. And if somebody that I'm working with, a contractor or whatever, don't like it, my stuff is private anyway, but if somebody see it and don't like it, then I just replace them with somebody else. So that's the beauty of independence. I love how he dropped that right there. But this right here, he says, y'all starting rumors. Let me help you with something. I'm a racist. I'm a sexist. I'm in love with Donald Trump. This is exactly what I'm dealing with right now, especially in this election time that we're dealing with. I had to look in the mirror. This was about a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more than a month. And I had to, ask myself, am I going to stay quiet about my political beliefs and my principles and values that I feel very strongly about, or am I going to express it to the world and my family and friends and speak my mind and speak what I feel in my heart, And I knew I was risking a lot of friendships and family relationships that I cherish very dearly, but at the same time, my circle is complete. Like the people that are in my circle, just like I'm sure in Tom's circle, they know who he is, they know what he stands for, and they love him outside of all of that. They love him for that, but they love him regardless of that, even if they disagree with certain things. So I'm in that certain place in my life too, where I'm set, in my circle. Now I have relationships with outside of that, but it doesn't supersede, what I feel personally, So I decided to come out and speak my mind on social media. You got to understand, I'm coming from the perspective of the black community, where majority of black people are on what they call the Democratic plantation, right? Just giving their vote to the Democrats by default, regardless of who's running, regardless of what the policies are. And I just got tired of that. I went independent about 5 years ago, right? And I wasn't fully out of the closet with some of my views and what I was feeling, So now I've really been going in on social media about what I feel about the whole Kamala Harris fakeness that I feel, it's almost forbidden to say in the black community. A lot of people are waking up, though. There's a lot of black people waking up. I'm here to tell you. This is going to be the most black people that vote Republican in a long time. It's a lot of independents that are going to that side, too, Some people are not voting at all, but a lot of people are just not feeling what the Democrats and what Kamala's talking about right now, or not talking about. So when I come out and state my political beliefs and I call out the fraudulence and I call out the biased media and debunk the lies that they tell about Trump, just speaking facts from my perspective or my opinion on it, and debunking some of the lies that they tell and show them some of the facts, you get labeled a sexist, a racist, that you're in love with Donald Trump. They'll call him massa. They'll call you a sellout. They'll call you a coon, all these different things. Now, a lot of people on Facebook don't really bring it to me, my family and friends, because they know that I'm pretty well versed in politics and they don't want to ruin relationships and things. And I understand that and I appreciate that, but at the same time, I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for whatever happens. When I decided to do this, I was like, yo, I don't care about, what people are going to say. I feel like we're a part of a political revolution right now, and we're the leaders. We're the ones who have to wake the people up and say, yo, this is something needs to change, because the way we've been doing it ain't been working. They say the definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Well, they haven't given us any results, and I've experienced a Donald Trump presidency already, and I made the most money I ever made in my life. You know what I'm saying? Things were better 4 years ago outside of the pandemic, economically things were better. I don't. This it's just a fact. Gas is high, groceries are high, real estate is high, rent is high, immigration is high. So anyway, I ain't mean to go off on a whole diatribe, but that line was just so powerful. Like it hits me so personally. I can directly relate with it. We ain't even got into this song yet, and I'm already going, speaking for 20, 30 minutes on this. This is the genius of Tom Macdonald. Like, and it's crazy that I'm even listening to this song right now, because he's speaking on exactly what I'm going through. Like it came out yesterday. Like this is crazy, man. Let's get back into this. Let's start it over. My mind is blown already.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me, my life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses, cause the brand is me. My hands are clean, my family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I moved to the ghetto, lived in the ghetto, there's no Caucasians, and still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man?
Yo, hold up. Yo, my last video, no, it was the Mirrors reaction video. I asked the question. I was like, yo, did these dudes grow up in the hood? Because they be talking a lot of like black cultural references in that song, and Tom talks about it on multiple songs. And I was like, yo, where these dudes was living at? They sound like they were living around black people. And somebody in the comments hit me to some of the background and was saying Adam Calhoun. I forget exactly what his story was, but they said he was around, he was in the hood around all black people. And then they told me that Tom was in South Central, And once again, ironically, here he is in this song saying it right here. He said, I lived in the ghetto, lived in South Central. There's no Caucasians, and still I loved every single one of my neighbors. Yo, first of all, what the fuck was he doing in South Central as the only white dude? Like, that's crazy. Like every other hood in LA or Cali, and you in South Central? You know what I'm saying? Like the worst of the worst of the worst, like Compton and all these gangbangers. And yo, so somebody tell me how the fuck he ended up in South Central. Like why? But you got to commend him, for him to have the balls to be in South Central as the only white dude and be around all these black people is definitely a testament to him that he wasn't scared and that he didn't get harmed or touched. That I know of. Seemed like he came out of there pretty unscathed. But then he tells you, I loved every single one of my neighbors. He's like, you can't tell me I'm a racist because when I lived around black people, like I had love for black people. Like I ain't had no problems with black people. My neighbors, they love me, I love them. So, that's, when he speaks on certain issues with rappers who are majority black and hip hop, which is majority black, and the culture or whatever, which is majority black culture, people would take offense to it as a white guy and say, yo, you're racist. You don't have no right to speak on this because you're white and this and that. But he's like, yo, I'm speaking on the issues regardless of color, And I have a track record that shows, that I've been around black people and I had nothing but love for them. So don't get it confused. It ain't about the skin color. It's about the issues, the substance of the problem, So I definitely understand that because, I catch the same hell it's not the same, but when I run into things, when it comes to the rainbow community, people will call me a homophobe and things like that because of my personal beliefs and my traditional beliefs when it comes to uh, homosexuality versus traditional heterosexuality. I stand for traditional marriage and things like that, but at the same time, it's like, yo, don't get it twisted. I don't hate gay people. I just don't believe what they do sexually. I don't even need to know about what you do sexually behind closed doors. That's your private thing. When that doesn't come up, there's no issue. I have a lot of customers that I come in contact with that are from that community, and they would, if they spoke for me, they would tell you that they've received some of the best customer service that they've ever received in their lives from me. Some of the most intelligent and respectful conversations that they've ever had with a person that's outside of that community. It's because I respect all people. I love all people. We're all humans at the end of the day, but we can have differences when it comes to different ideals and how you raise your kids and different viewpoints on like sexuality and things like that. So I understand what he's saying. It's like I said, it's you can have an issue. You can have an issue with a certain principle, but not hate the people itself. It's not like you hate these people. You just don't agree with a certain aspect of what they do in their life. And they have to respect your way of life and your ideals and your religion and the way you raise your kids too. So yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. The way he tried to address, that misconception about him being a racist there. Where he says, you can't cancel me like my life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses because the brand is me. My hands are clean. My family and my fans agree. Yeah. You can't cancel me for facts because you mad and weak. Yeah. That was very important. That hit me in a personal way too, because when you start becoming successful or you have a run that is consistently positive and on the up and up, right? You're going to have haters for whatever reason. It could be personal, it could be jealousy, it could be hating on money or whatever it is, right? But either way, it's like, when you're coming up, people are gonna take shots at you for all kinds of things, and the biggest thing is they're gonna want to. They're basically waiting for your downfall. They're waiting for you to have some kind of scandal, some kind of slip up, right? So you have to be aware of that and stay out of those pitfalls at all times, right? I know for a fact that there are people that have been waiting for me to have a scandal, to have some baby pop up from somewhere, for me and my wife to have issues, something, right? People have been praying on my downfall. I know for a fact, I can't prove it, but I know the whispering. You could just feel it. It's just one of those things, right? Because I've been consistent for 21 years now, and I'm not perfect by any means, but when you look at my resume and you look at the way my life has grown over these years, it's a testament to being responsible and staying out of scandals. Man, there's sometimes I have to remind my wife, because sometimes, the women, they'll forget. I have to remind my wife, like, how many scandals I've actually avoided. Now, when I was driving Uber, quick story, when I was driving Uber for, real heavy in the streets of DC, Maryland and Virginia, what they call the DMV, right? I used to be out there like 10, 12 hours, just in the streets, everywhere, all over. Like, when you looked at my mileage at the end of the day, it was crazy how far and just all over the place I was at. And I think I've done close to 30,000 trips or something like that over the years. And it's like I tell her, I said, do you know how many women I've come in contact with over the last, over those 30,000 trips? Imagine how many women I've come in contact with. Now imagine how many situations I could have gotten into. When I sit here and think about some of it, it is like, wow. It's crazy if I sat here and told you some of the stories or some of the offers that have been presented to me. And it just takes I even sometimes I sit back and be like, yo, how did I pass that up? Because a lot of that stuff I definitely could have, engaged with or indulged in and probably got away scot-free. But was it worth it? When you look back at it, when you look at where my life is now and what has transpired for me, especially these last 3 years, it's a real testament to me saying no to all those different pitfalls and scandals that I could have fell into. So I'm just very thankful that I had the discipline to get through it. And part of it is, understanding what the risk is and understanding, that you have people waiting for you to slip up, so it's even more motivation to do the right thing. Of course, my kids, my wife, my family is number one for me, but I just have my mind set on bigger goals and bigger aspirations and understood that, it's bigger than me. So, it would be selfish of me to indulge in something petty or something that's temporary, and risk ruining something great that I'm trying to build for people outside of myself, So that's what Tom is representing. He knows that people are waiting for his downfall. And he's like, yo, you can't get me. Like, I'm too sharp. I'm too responsible. Like, I'm too on my mission. So I just thought that was really dope. He's got so many lines already in this song that are hitting me personally. And I can't get through. I'm trying to get through it, y'all. I'm sorry. But this is a reaction video. I gotta hit on all the shit. So let's continue this. I'm gonna try not to keep stopping this, but hey, when Tom, he's sparking emotion, what can I do?
Say I'm clickbait. If he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page, y'all hypocrites are made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies, it ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me, trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid, take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You could try to quantify defying limits as a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege.
Oh shit.
Do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it, that is for kids. That is for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe, I said what I said, it is what it is. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel.
Okay.
Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it, but I
Yo, man, see, this is the genius of Tom. You notice how he had that very slow, methodical, melodical, the melody of that slow pace beat, or it wasn't even a beat, it was just the music playing, and then he was doing like that slow flow, but dropping those bombs on, just slowly bringing you in, just letting you hear it real clear. And then he goes into, once the beat drops, he starts coming with that fast style. So I think it's pretty amazing how with him making his own beats, how he can set that up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna come bringing in the slow flow, let people hear exactly what I'm saying, and then boom, I'm gonna drop it on them and come with another style. So it's two styles in one verse right there, right? And then he comes with the chorus, and the chorus is pretty dope. Like, once again, it's so amazing how every Tom MacDonald song sounds totally different. I love the originality in each one of his songs. You know, the chorus is going, none of his choruses sound the same, and he talking that shit, man. You know, this was where my wife was listening to it, where she heard some of the slow rap, and then it went into the fast rap, and she was actually hearing the words. One of the things that she likes about rappers, she likes rappers that she can understand what the hell they saying, and she likes people that are actually saying something. You know, that's why she likes Jay-Z, because she's like, yo, I can hear him. You know, all his songs sound different, and he's actually saying something. She don't understand all the slang, but she's like, yo, it's clear, and I like this, his swag on it, and it's grown man music. You know, with Tom, when she heard it, she's like, yo, I can rock with that because it's clear and I can hear everything, even when he's rapping fast. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get her on one of these Tom MacDonald reaction videos, but I wouldn't bet on it. When I approached her about it, when we heard it, she looked at me like, well, you know, we'll see, but I doubt it. So that would be dope if I could get her on one of these. But let's go through it real quick. He was like, where did he say? He said, I'm not afraid. Take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous, and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You could try to quantify it, define limits. There's a dying gimmick in denying winning. This is pure fire. This ain't white privilege. I do what I want. Get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it. That is for kids. Crib, kids. That is for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they're rich. I'm not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is. Damn, that line right there. That's what I need to, that should be the theme song of this year for me. You know, with the way that I jumped out there and spoke my mind in front of my people, it's like, yo, I'm not playing, you know, because when I had that conversation with myself in the mirror about whether I was really gonna speak out on my beliefs in this political election time we're in, you know, I had to really ask myself, am I gonna stand on this, or am I gonna you know, not ruffle any feathers? And then I had the conversation about it with my wife, and she was like, you know, you sure you wanna do this? You're gonna maybe ruin some relationships, and you're gonna catch some heat. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. You know, you got what they say, you got to stand for something or fall for anything and everything, right? I said, I can't be a coward. This is a revolution, a political revolution that's going on right now. This is American history that's going to be talked about for a long time, and I want to be on the right side of history. I want to change something. I want to be a leader in that. And I've always been an independent person. I've always been a leader. So how can I, in the most important, in a very important moment right now, how can I sit back and just sit on the sideline and not speak my mind when I know I'm a rebel, when I know I'm a leader, when I know my voice has power, when I have influence. I couldn't be a coward with it, so I was like, yo, I'm not playing this safe. I said what I said. It is what it is. And here we go. So I appreciate Tom dropping them jewels to express exactly what I've been going through. And the chorus is dope, man. He always comes with it. Let's see what this second verse is talking about.
Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier, wrote the art of war, know every page. I'm numb to all the dumbness, smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave, I stoke the flames. I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords are skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa, I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline.
Yo, man. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, he comes with a second verse that's crazy. Let's go back real quick. He said something that once again hit me personally. Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes. Man, I swear, this dude is related to me. He's like the white me. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's wild. He's like my brother from another mother, right? Because I don't go into these songs looking to relate to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's in another stratosphere from me, of course. But it's always... excuse me, it's always, it makes you enjoy the song even more when you can personally relate to what they're saying. Like, it touches you in a personal way, or you hear something that's like, yo, that's what I be saying, or that's what I wanted to say. He says right here, everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. The kids, they have this little joke where every time we go out, they say, I see somebody I know. And because, like I said, I used to cut hair in this area, and I made a lot of connections and touched a lot of people. And it seems like every time I go out, I run into somebody. I worked in a barbershop that was basically a pillar of the community. We had the dopest shop in, I say, all the DMV. It was just one of those spots where it was just a cool ass spot. We were family oriented dudes. We were street dudes, but we were hip and cool, and we had knowledge, we had education, we were street smart, we were respectful, and having all those different elements, but being individuals from different places. We were kind of like Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Wu-Tang Clan, but we were like the nation's capital Wu-Tang Clan. And actually, we probably should have came out as a group and did some stuff together musically, but it just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, we touched a lot of people, so it's cool to walk around and to for people to know my name locally. And then at the same time, I go overseas a lot, and my wife is from the Philippines, so when I go overseas and we travel all over the world, different countries, Asia, Japan, China, Mexico, Caribbean. And, when I go overseas, specifically to Philippines, it's like home for me over there too. The connections that I have over there with street dudes, family, all the family over there, politicians, big wigs. It's just amazing to go back and forth from locally to globally and be respected and loved and have connections with these people. It's a testament to who you are as a person. It's pretty surreal for me. I'm very humbled by it, but it just shows you what you can do when you're just a good person, and you set high dreams for yourself. You can manifest a lot of these things, and you can network and build relationships with people from your own backyard to on the other side of the world. So that was amazing that he spit that bar that directly I can relate to. Of course, not in his world, but in my own personal world. He said, I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, man. This once again, this touched me personally because there was a time, I used to be real heavy in the community with social justice movements. I used to go to all the different marches. I live 20-30 minutes from DC. So I've been to a lot of marches and rallies for different injustices and things. I used to go to the Million Women's March, the Million Family March, trying to promote self-awareness and accountability in my own community, because I saw the direction it was heading into. And then I went to a rally for Tamir Rice, the 12-year-old who was shot by the police over the toy gun. And it was like, yo, if you can't march for a 12-year-old, then what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? I remember going to that rally, and I remember how small it was. It was like, damn, nobody's here for a 12-year-old. Like, this is crazy. And it was a mixed crowd. It was mostly black people, of course, but I was shocked that there was a lot of white people that were there, which was very encouraging. And there were some Asians out there. There was some Filipinos out there too. And but I was shocked at how small it was. It was just on this one block on Constitution Avenue, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. Well, I went to other marches, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, and then George Floyd, the George Floyd incident. That one was crazy. It was what I noticed was that the other ones I had went to were under Obama's watch. The George Floyd thing was under Trump's watch. And when I went down there, I saw it was everybody everywhere, and there was just all this hatred for Trump. And they were spray painting F Trump all over the buildings. And I just thought it was real disingenuous, because I'm like, yo, I was here. First of all, none of y'all were here when the 12-year-old got shot. But now y'all here for George Floyd, right? And then I'm like, all those other people that died under Obama's watch, nobody was talking about F Obama. So are y'all really here for the issue, or y'all here because you hate Donald Trump? You know what I'm saying? That was real disingenuous to me. Like I said, I was exposing the fakes. The other issue is a lot of people talk this pro-black shit and all this injustice, but a lot of people don't want to do anything. They talk online, but nobody really wants to get out here in these streets and really make change, whether it's in your community or in your local government, or, even showing up for rallies or donating money or whatever you can. I was at all these different rallies and I couldn't get people to go with me. People would talk, but would nobody show up? Case in point, even when Obama first got elected, I went because it was history, right? It was the first black president in America, which we thought we would never see in our lifetime. So just off the history alone, I mean, I had no idea the BS that was going to come after that, but just off the history alone, I had to be there because I was like, yo, we only 30 minutes away, 20 minutes at the time from witnessing history, right? And I could not get people to go with me. People were flying in all over the world to come and witness history. And here we are, we live here. And I couldn't get these pro-black people that talk all the time to come with me to witness history. Like, that was crazy. It ended up backfiring on me because he ended up not doing anything for the people that voted him in. But also, it backfired on me because it was so cold out there that I got sick as a dog and ended up catching pneumonia in both lungs, and I almost died. The doctor said if I had came to the doctor 3 days later, I would have died. I had fluid in both lungs. That was crazy because I was still working even though I was sick. I didn't realize how sick I was. He's like, yo, you crazy. How was you even standing up? I lost my smell for like a year. I couldn't smell my daughter. She was a newborn. I couldn't smell her, that baby smell. I had to rub her down with like pink baby lotion just to be able to smell her, just a hint of the baby smell. It was crazy. I was like, damn, I went through all that for Obama. And then he ended up being a sham. So my point is that I was exposing the fakes, just like what Tom said right here. He said, I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I exposed the fakes. That was real interesting right there. Turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistakes, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure. Slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great. They spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain. I wait. A total focused soldier wrote the art of war, wrote every page. I'm numb to all the dumbness, smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave. I stoke the flames. I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. Damn. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody dope unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa, I can handle heat. I walk through hell in opal sandals, drinking gasoline. Man, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. Talk that shit, Tom. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Could've been a star, could've had a mansion and a car and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts. We need answers, championing trash to the masses actually massively damages, yo. Keep trying to cancel me, yo. I own the masters, so yo. I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras, yo. I could've been famous, done my music down till it's basic. Get it on the hottest Spotify playlist, modify my catalog and go mainstream, yo. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
You know what he says right here. They love me because they know that I'm an asshole. I've said that exact quote to my wife before. And the funny thing about it is, You ever notice how assholes live longer? All they say nice guys finish last. It's like all the nicest people are the ones that go first. It's crazy. And I remember I used to be that total nice guy. And I remember how people used to take advantage of me and walk all over me. And I would just always come last, and I would break my back to always be there for everybody else and be this nice guy, right? Well, once I moved to the city, I realized that I had to toughen up and thicken my skin and start saying no and start, being an asshole and start telling the truth, start doing what's best for you and your family and saying no to people that don't reciprocate that kind of kindness or don't deserve it, And but at the same time, I know a lot of people hate me, but it's a lot of people that love me for what I'm saying because they agree with what I'm saying, even though it comes off as being an asshole because it's the truth and it hurts. It's a lot of people that are appreciating what I'm saying because they don't have the balls or the wherewithal to say it, I just thought about something. Remember that quote that Betty White said? This is off topic, but remember Betty White? She was like, why is it that the quote that you got to have balls to be tough, or when you're tough, it's the quote of having balls. She was like, balls are weak and sensitive. She's like, vaginas are tough. They take a pounding. and they're tough, She's like, you should change it to you gotta have vagina to be tough. When you say you're tough, you say, yo, I got the vagina yo, man, I know that's off topic, but it just hit me when I said that because it's like you don't want to offend. You don't want to say, yeah, you got to have balls, because women are tough too. Women are strong. They're the strongest, you know what I'm saying, after what they have to go through. So, it's funny that people say balls when it's weak and sensitive. Man, shout out to Betty White, man. Rest in peace to Betty White. That was, man, everybody loved her. She kept it real too, man. But, let's go back into this and see what he was touching on. He said, yeah, I could have been a star. Could have had a mansion and a car, and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. Get it, Randy Savage. Yeah, man. I was just telling somebody about this the other day. I was, I got this guy. He's like an acquaintance, not really a friend. But he's, big into money. He's big time lawyer and, got the exotics and things, drive the big cars and stuff like that. But no kids, no wife. He's anti-marriage and all of this, right? So we bump heads all the time because I'm pro-marriage. And I was telling him, I was like, yo, it's easy to have all the material things when you're just taking care of yourself, when you don't, represent or stand for other people or be a pillar in your community or in your family. It's easy to do for self and have material goods, I said, but for me, I'm making a sacrifice. I'm like, if I didn't have kids and all the, I think I got like, how many godchildren do I have? 6. I have 6 godchildren. Got 2 kids, an adopted daughter. I'm doing all kinds of shit, here and overseas. And I've just always put everybody else before me, because if you're really trying to make a difference or and be, be a king, if you're your goal is to be a king, a lot of people get it twisted and they say, yeah, I want to be a king, looking at it from a material standpoint. But in reality, if you're a king, your kingdom is what comes first. You have to take care of your kingdom first, take care of the people first, and then the material will come. You're supposed to come last, especially as a man and as a father. You make sure the kids in your family, the wife, the queen, you make sure everybody else is good. Because what good is it to you to be materially wealthy and everybody else around you is starving and struggling? You know what I'm saying? So I always knew that I had to take care of everybody else first. I was like, yo, if I didn't have all these godchildren and all this shit going on overseas and you know, trying to, you know, make sure my daughter's college tuition is good, like, yo, I would be driving a Lamborghini right now. Easy. And that's the choice you have to make. That's the sacrifice you have to make. You know, I would love to have a Lamborghini right now. It's still my goal. But I'm not going to put that in front of my daughter's college tuition. That's the crazy thing is, you know, a lot of people that be flexing out here, they be flexing with material, jewelry, and cars, and don't even have life insurance or don't even have their kids' college tuition paid for. I'm like, yo, you know, I remember a dude pulled up on me one time, a cat that I knew, he was flexing with his Corvette, and he was trying to throw it in my face, and it got pretty heated. And I remember telling him, I was like, yo, my daughter's college education was paid for by the time she was 10 years old. That's my flex. But you don't wear that type of shit on you. It's not jewelry. It's not a car you could drive. I can't walk around here and be like, yeah, my daughter's college education was paid for by the time she was 10. Like, that ain't something that you could flex with, right? But I don't need to, because it ain't for y'all. It's for her, right? But at the same time, don't get it twisted. It's a fact. So I love when Tom talks his shit. He's like, yo, I could have been a star. I could have had a mansion and a car and a Grammy album on the charts. You know, you got to let people know sometime, you know. That's why I love rappers that can speak that shit for me, because in real life, I'm a humble person, you know. But sometimes you want to talk your shit and let people know, like, yeah, I could have a Lamborghini right now, but I'd rather have my kids' college tuition paid for, you know. And my shit is going to come after the fact. Like next year, you know, I got something in store very special for myself. You know, my wife be telling me like, yo, get what you want, get this, get that, you deserve it. I'm like, nah, we got other stuff we're trying to build and do. You know, I come last. I recognize that, and I'm cool with it, because we have bigger goals outside of myself. So I think Tom really understands that now. He says, I don't rap about Xanax, goddammit. It. Can't cancel facts, we need answers. Championing trash to the masses actually massively damages you. Woo, that's a powerful line. Keep trying to cancel me. Yeah, I own the masters. I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras. Yeah, I could have been famous, dumb my music down till it's basic. Get it on the hottest Spotify playlist, modify my catalog and go mainstream. He's standing for something bigger than the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's dope right there. Let's get into this last verse.
I feel like all these rappers lately on a mission. They starting drama, they don't really want no problems, so they talk in whispers. Don't even start, no competition, y'all are finished. They say they feeling froggy, but I bet none of these frogs gon' ribbit. They think I'm soft, but I promise y'all that I'm solid, like a rock inside a Teflon box and dipped in carbon fiber liquid. I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians. If Jesus died for all my sins, he'd need 1,000,000 crosses tall as buildings.
Damn.
Y'all can't cancel me. I'm a god and you're the devil, stop attacking me. Like, whoa, nails in my hands and feet. Y'all some snakes, I don't need fruit from that apple tree.
Dang.
I ain't doing features or buying beats. I'm a wolf, I don't lie with sheep. I am what I am, and I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors, I'm like, who said it? Never met him, if he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record.
I do what I want, don't matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot, I'm Biggie, I'm shady, I'm new school Pac.
Dang.
Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharp and I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break or shake or feel shameful.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go on, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Yeah, Tom is a beast. One more again. I mean, what can you say, man? I mean, every song he comes with it like no other. Like, you know, every time I think I've heard the pinnacle of what he could be, the next song outdoes the last song. You know, I remember Dear Rappers was like my favorite song. Then it was like Satanic Rappers was my favorite song. Now this song right here is probably my favorite Tom MacDonald song. Those three, now I like all the songs that I've listened to thus far, but those three are probably the highest on my list so far. And I want to keep that ranking. Let's keep a tally of that list right there, because I want to see what songs I'm going to listen to that are going to jump over some of these other songs, where they're going to rank and have a top 10 Tom MacDonald list. But yeah, I would probably say that this song right here, as far as the wordplay and what he's actually talking about specifically, I like the lyrics. This is my favorite Tom MacDonald song, lyric wise. I think Dear Rappers and Satanic Rappers probably my favorite beats, and I love the substance in those songs too. But this one right here just really relates to me personally. Let's go through some of it real quick. He said, yeah, I do what I want. Don't matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude that I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is truth and you're brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot. I'm Biggie. I'm shady. I'm new school Pop. Damn. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage. Made me a starving artist. Your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness. Now my claws are sharpened. I'm an army sergeant. If people want to hate, then I'm grateful. It's only going to make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace. I'm unstable. I ain't going to break or shake or feel shameful. Yeah. Dude is a beast, man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely is one of a kind rapper with a very unique message. I just love his independence in the way that he just don't give a fuck. Like he can just speak from his heart, say exactly what he wants to say. He's totally independent. And how many people can you say are doing that? It used to be Eminem used to do that, but now he can't even do it no more, you know? So it's very refreshing to have somebody like Tom, especially in today's climate, who's not scared to speak on this. You know, it's kind of like Dave Chappelle, some of these comedians who are not afraid to be canceled, especially Dave Chappelle, like a very great example, you know, in the climate of being politically correct and all this sensitivity. it's so refreshing to see somebody like Dave Chappelle come out and just speak his damn mind and be like, yo, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna tell jokes about trans and gay, and I don't care if you get offended, because we make jokes about everybody else, so y'all can get joked on too. It's like, that is the courage that it takes for people like them. Is dope, and it helps people like me who are on the streets and on the grassroots level, who don't have fame, and are showing the courage to come out here and hold true to our beliefs and not afraid to say what we feel. So they catch it, they catch hell because they're famous and they're doing it. And we catch hell because we're not famous. So we don't have the clout, the power, and the money to do certain things. But it's a catch-22, but it's the same thing, just different levels of it, right? And it's very encouraging to see people like this, like Chappelle, like Tom Macdonald, come out and be able to speak their mind. It gives you confidence and more hope that you can speak your mind too and not have to worry about being canceled, especially if you're independent. I'm probably going to leave a link to my business channel where I talk a lot about how to become independent. And it's definitely something that I push for a lot of people that don't have the knowledge on how to do it. And it's really not that hard. It's not as hard as you think. I tell people all the time, one of the easiest ways to do it is go be a gig worker. That's how I left Marriott. I went and just started driving Uber, and I started making the most money I ever made in my life. So that alone, then you can use that to transition into other things that you really want to do. But when you become independent, and you can't be canceled, like it's a freedom like you can't imagine. So I dedicate my life to bringing that kind of peace and freedom and less stress to the people, because it really changed my life, and it just it's really helped me spend more time with my family, be less stressful. Like, a lot of people be asking me, they be like, yo, how you don't have any gray hair and you pushing 50? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, it's because I don't have a lot of stress, and I've taken that burden of having to be subjected to a boss and not being able to do what I want to do and speak my mind. So it's very important to be independent. Now, everybody can't go independent and be a musician like Tom. So that's where I come in at and try to help regular people be able to pull off that dream. And in today's climate, with the opportunity that's out there, it's easier than ever to do it now. So just wanted to drop that 2 cents on y'all. But once again, thank y'all for coming through, giving me your time, and checking out another reaction video. We're going to continue to go down this Tom Macdonald rabbit hole. I'm going to, like I said, put some polls up and see where y'all want me to go from here. I know Tom and Nova just dropped a new one, so I'm probably going to go in that direction. But I want to go back further. I want to go back to the beginning and do some stuff. I heard that Nova has a song for Tom called Gang Gang, and they say he has like a return song for her, so I might do that next. But either way, we're going to keep going down this rabbit hole. I'm going to have some other songs that I'm doing outside of Tom and Hog Gang, because I want to try to make a point with something within hip hop, and when you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep rolling, and shout out to y'all for putting me on and showing love. And until next time, I will holler at y'all. 100.